Neighborly Discussions. I'm Justin Adams.
I'm Patrick Golan.
And,
This is Neighborly Discussions.
guys. You know why I'm doing this? Logan! So the new Logan trailer just came out. Red Band and not Red Band, but both of them have really graphic, bloody scenes.
Yes.
But the F word can't be said. We can show a little girl slashing throats, but don't say fuck.
But can't we use the word fuck?
If you say fuck, then that's bad. So what did you think about it?
First impression after I saw it, and I posted on Twitter, is that not as good as the first trailer. There was just something about while this trailer had a somber tone, much like the first one, just the use of like Johnny Cash's version of Nine Inch Nails' "Hurt" just fit that trailer in such a perfect way and really set the tone for what I think is going to be an altogether like different sort of X-Men movie. Kind of much in the vein of Deadpool being different than the other X-Men movies in a more comedic and breaking the fourth wall way. This looks almost like a dystopian semi-future very somber movie about like maybe a man regretting what he's done in the past and the life he's lived. It looks like it's set in some sort of weird future where Logan and Xavier are maybe like the possible two remaining mutants on Earth, but then there's this little girl, which is X-23, obviously. It's been revealed. The two claws came out of her hands, and which I guess was Logan's DNA was used in creating her, and obviously she escapes.
She had sex with a girl.
So you know the military's after her, and she tracks down Logan. I don't know if it's going to be some sort of mutant connection. I don't know. The trailer's very vague with its specific plot details. But I thought the trailer was great. It was well edited. It was put together. It's definitely doing the job of selling the movie. The end product is yet to be seen. So you know.
Well, this is the final trailer too.
Yeah, March 3rd.
I love that. I love how they just showed us. They gave us just 2 trailers, which is all we really need.
Yeah, and I've heard people say it's been stated. It's been confirmed by James Mangold, the director, that Mr. Sinister is the main villain of the movie. And yet we don't see him at all in any of the trailers, so that's
awesome.
That's kind of a neat little thing.
Yeah, I overall think that the trailer was amazing. I've seen it way too many times now because I love the last shot of them in the car
with her with the sunglasses,
and it shows the title. That's not it's not. I don't think of it as a superhero movie.
No,
it's not a superhero movie. It's like this.
Well, even which you haven't seen the Wolverine movie prior to this.
Yeah.
I saw it with my buddy Rusty, who is standing off camera right now.
Ah! Oh my god!
That movie was a very fantastic Wolverine movie up until the last 15-20 minutes of the movie, where it's like, oh, we forgot to put a Hollywood blockbuster mentality into it.
And that's what I'm really nervous about. That with this, I'm super nervous actually because it's still a superhero product, you know. It's still 20th Century Fox,
and it's Wolverine. So, you know, there's all the things that fans are going to want from the movie, and then there's the things that the studio thinks the fans are going to want from the movie. So I don't know if Deadpool is going to drop the reins completely for the filmmakers to do what they want, because it's not Deadpool, it's Wolverine, and the studio probably still has this whole idea of what they want a Wolverine movie to be. But I hope after the last Wolverine movie and Deadpool, like maybe because James Mangold came back to direct this one, and he did the Wolverine. So I'm hoping maybe they learn for that and don't do that kind of like last 20 minute, you know, you can have an emotionally satisfying conclusion to a superhero movie and not have it be this big budget action scene. It can be... Wolverine is such a beloved character and so wonderfully portrayed by Hugh Jackman that you can have this big emotional impact at the end of the movie and not have him, you know, get in a mano-a-mano fight with a bigger, badder mutant. You know,
see, I want that scene in the trailer of him just running around slicing people. I hope like that is what how that final showdown is going to be. I hope like the bad guy is still like going to be like crazy and shit. But I don't want him to do that like Suicide Squad.
You don't want him to have a bubble herpy faces?
Nope. Yeah, bubble.
Oh,
That's what she's doing. She's kissing him and giving them herpes.
They're very well made trailers. But, you know, that also has gone down in the history of cinema and cinema marketing, that, you know, ultimately these trailers are put together to put butts in seats. Mm-hmm. And so they are going to, you know, sell you on what could potentially be a great movie, and you go and see it and it's a piece of shit. I'm hoping that doesn't happen in this case, because I really want it to be good. It's Hugh Jackman's final portrayal of Wolverine.
So have you seen, really quick, just gonna not really digress, but have you seen that picture floating around with Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, and Pierce Brosnan?
Yes!
And people are saying that Pierce Brosnan is... What do you think about that? Do you think that Wolverine is going... Because everyone is freaking out about this. I think that it's just people just fucking around, and they're just fucking with us.
Like maybe Pierce Brosnan's Mr. Sinister and Deadpool is in Logan? Like, is that what...
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
oh, okay.
That's interesting. Though. Like, I know I came like no, but that's an interesting. That would be pretty. That would.
Well, you know, it could be you know, the participants, you know, playing the sly card and being like, no, Deadpool's not going to be in Logan, or Logan's not going to be in Deadpool 2.
I just think that it's a little. I think Deadpool showing up in Logan. It would be a bad thing.
See,
I think that would be a really
I know.
bad
Oh, okay.
thing.
I agree. I think it would completely take away from what those trailers are trying to sell us.
Big time. Like if Deadpool just like showed up to help him out at the end or something like that, that would piss me off.
And I'm not the best at predicting storylines, but just based off the trailers, and maybe I'm just hoping for this, if this is going to be Hugh Jackman's final bow as Wolverine, which he states,
hopefully, please,
that frickin' like kill off Xavier and Logan. Like end it like that, and like, you know, people might be upset, but I think that would be the bolder, more braver move. I know it's okay,
right? It's
because what they've been doing with the last 3 X-Men movies, First Class, Days of Future Past, and even Apocalypse. Still haven't seen Apocalypse.
I haven't seen any of the new ones. The last one I saw was X-Men. The last,
you know,
the last one I saw was Wolverine.
Yes, Wolverine played a big part in Days of Future Past, but he played a very small part in Apocalypse. He had a very small cameo, and an even smaller cameo in First Class. But those movies have shown to be successful. And they've done it without Wolverine being front and center, with the exception of Days of Future Past.
Yeah, because they got Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, but her contract's up. She's not going to do any more. Be careful, I love her. You fucking cut that part.
It's okay. No, I'm going to keep it there just so you can be ashamed.
Sure.
I'm optimistic. I want it to be really good. And I want it to be his final appearance, because this would be such a great final send-off to leave, like to not be Wolverine ever. Like, I'm not saying I don't want him to be Wolverine.
No.
I would like to see that, but I think it would be the smart choice. You know, it's just like the Final Destination movies, how they literally called it Final Destination, then they did Final Destination 2, then Final Destination 3, and then they did The Final Destination.
Which wasn't.
They did Final Destination 6. What? No thank you. Just, if you're gonna end it, end it. It'd be perfecto. But I can see them fucking it up. I can see them making some wrong moves. Either A, with the comedy, B, with the F-bombs, because that's another thing which we haven't even really got talked about, is I liked the F-bombs. I liked the first F-bomb. I liked him like looking at her and being like, oh fuck.
Oh fuck.
But the second F-bomb
that Xavier drops,
I thought it was funny, but I was just like, don't start just throwing F-bombs just to throw F-bombs. I don't want...
Why? He's not teaching kids no more, and fuck, he's on his deathbed. So if he wants to use the F word, let fucking the telepath use the F word.
I know, but it's just so like, oh, Deadpool did it, so let's do it.
Yeah.
And I just I want it to be its own thing.
It really is a shame, and that just goes to show you like how Fox is handling these franchises. Is that if it takes a Deadpool movie to get the studio to be like, oh, well, shit, Wolverine should be R-rated. Let's make an R-rated Wolverine movie now. It's like, you could have done that back in fucking 2000 with the first X-Men
really
movie.
Change things. Really spice things up.
You know, because Wolverine is not, he's not a nice character. I mean, he's got a good heart. And,
that's why I like X2.
Yes.
It shows that a lot.
It's well, even the first one does. Like, you know, it shows like what an asshole Wolverine can be, and you know, but fuck, he's like the perfect definition of like a Ronin, the lone warrior. It's like he's so used to being on his own because, you know, he's lived this long life. He's fought like battles all throughout history, and everybody that he's loved has fucking perished and died, and so he's just kind of doomed to this lonely existence, and which I think is gonna it's gonna dovetail nicely into this final movie with just him and Xavier, you know, the one mutant that kind of welcomed him in and brought him in from this kind of lone life that he was living, and how he met Jean Grey, and and so the two of them finally together being the last two mutants it fits in that gray area. It has that a potential to be like, oh, that kind of corny storyline. Oh, the last two mutants in town, and there's a third one. But but then it's also this kind of bittersweet. These two people that have been friends for so long. Fuck, I'm starting to ramble now.
No, I like that because it's not only with like their characters, but it's also with the franchise. Like you said,
yeah,
like they're the last two stand
from the original.
Yeah,
these two from the original franchise. Yeah,
and it's crazy because they like literally, especially for Hugh Jackman, that was like his first movie, and so for this to be his final one, I think again, I just think it would be perfect. I don't want any more.
Everybody wants it to be perfect, but everybody has their own idea.
I just love the
what
look
a
of
perfect Wolverine movie would be. It does have a great look. Like I said, it looks like it takes place in some weird dystopian future. And the one thing I wanted to mention before we wrap up, you didn't like it. I thought it was great. The whole introduction of like, we have an X-Men fan, and he's like reading the comic book, and he's like, maybe a quarter of it happened, and and that makes me wonder if it's some sort of. Yeah, like how I want to know how like an X-Men comic ended up in an X-Men movie.
I think that it is that was the first, like when I saw that, I was like, uh-oh. Because you can totally tell that is the reason why that scene is there is because of Deadpool. That scene would not be there.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's the only reason. Like that's like one producer was like, "Oh, we need to have some references."
Well, wow, we're self-referential, like Deadpool. Look at us.
We're gonna do it more serious. But you know what? I do think that they can do it in a cool way because I was thinking about it, and as I've seen the trailer so many times, it can be cool. Like, and I was like thinking about like how right after he says like people actually die in the real world. Like it's not how it is in the comics. It has me thinking, oh wow, what if this is completely different? This is not in the timeline.
Yeah,
and this is something that's literally different. Like this is the one that like maybe like all of the movies are in this universe.
Are in the comic universe. Yeah. And like this is like
and this is like the first like real movie, which can be cool, but then again can be disastrous. Like,
it has potential to backfire on.
You know that actor Hugh Jackman that plays me? He's bad. Yeah, Patrick Stewart is bad.
I never thought of it, but that would, to me, if they end up doing that, that has the potential to be a good idea, but it has the potential to rub off as like they're just trying to do Deadpool, but with Wolverine.
If that scene is the only scene where they mention it, I'm good with it. If they have it continue on, then I will be like, okay, calm down, yo. Because a combination of that and F-bombs and bloody violence, it's just like
Deadpool.
It's very it's starting to not be its own thing. Yeah, I want it to be its own thing.
That would be a horrible like final bow for Hugh Jackman.
Exactly, and you know what? I don't want it to happen. Knock on wood, that's not by me. Here we go.
But you're supposed to knock when you say it. So
fuck it. Hopefully the gods will stay with me. But I want it to be its own thing. I want it to be good, and I don't want the studio to think that they have to go back to something that they did before.
That they've already done before. Yeah. I want it to be new. Yeah. And at least right now it looks new. So
exactly. And I hope it stays that way, and I hope that girl is awesome. I love how we haven't heard a fucking word from her yet.
Yeah, I think they just plucked her out of a like 3,000 person casting call, and
she's awesome.
Just that first scene where she throws the cuffs down and then the backpack, and I love the dude. He's like, no,
I love the first scene, man. The first scene of her just like grabbing things, putting on sunglasses, just her just not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Her just taking the complete asshole.
And I love Logan's reaction. He's just like, hey, not okay. And then he just steals a bunch of shit himself. And
I like how he just yells at her as if like she just like spilt some juice in the car. Hey, god damn it! It's a new car!
I'm sorry, stepdaddy, I didn't mean to spill that juice.
Oh, that's her real daddy. Real daddy, goddammit. Oh.
Wolverine and his mini-me don't fight a giant spider at the end, I'm gonna be pissed.
God?
You hear that, Fox? Reshoots! Reshoots now!
We have a blue beam in the sky. There's no blue beam!
Zordon?
What have we done? We've ruined it! Alright, guys.
Zordon being a nice segue. We'll talk real quick. We just watched Power Rangers trailer too.
Oh, do you want to do that?
Real quick, because it looks like a shit movie, and I don't really have a lot of good things to say about it, except that the finale looks like it's going to be Michael Bay-tastic. But yeah, the trailer itself looks awful. It's a bunch of unknown kids who, which could be good, could be bad, but based off the trailer, it looks bad. They take a brilliant actor like Bryan Cranston and turn him into a what you call like a fucking pin-former thing. Anyway, the movie looks like Chronicle 2, basically. And I'm not too excited about it, but it looks like it could be fun. It'll be a fucking late night rental. But that's all I have to say about Power Rangers.
This is all I have to say. Okay. I would rather watch an orphanage burn than watch these fucking kids. And, whoa! The kid when he's like, no, they're just holograms, man. Yeah. And like you can see, he just got thrown into a wall. Yeah, sure, he has superpowers, but his face is like, oh,
not a video game.
Oh my god, I'm still sexy though. My hair is still good. Check out my mixtape on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Also, I'll be saving the world. And then the girl was like, me and my friends, we were on a rock and then we threw ourselves and then we got powers. Piss in the cup! Cool! Fuck this movie! I don't want to see it. It looks like a Disney Channel original. Ah! No! Stop!
Oh yeah, like fucking what's that? Like Biodome? No,
looks just as good as Biodome. Yes.
Having a kid live here that is addicted to Disney Channel, I find myself as a lazy person not changing the channel a lot of times after she leaves. So I watch things like MedLab or I don't know some of the Disney shows, but it does. You nailed it right on the head. It looks like a Disney Channel original series, but with just a bigger budget.
Yeah, and it looks, and just like you said, it looks like Chronicle 2, but directed by Michael Bay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go out of my way to go see it.
Even if it was like streaming on Netflix or something, or on Crackle,
I'd watch it.
I probably would.
Really?
Nope.
Even for like fun, just to do one of these?
I've watched Mad Families, The Book of Love.
You won't.
I watch bad movies, and I refuse to watch this one.
Bitch, you binge-a-thon Fuller House.
I would rather do it again than watch Power Rangers.
Oh,
Sabuno's Power Rangers. Sabano. Zumafu. What's the little monkey? Zaboomafoo.
Abu. From Aladdin?
Zaboomafoo's Power Rangers. Alright, guys.
Anyway.
If you want, you can follow me on Twitter at I'm Justin_420. You got
BuffMovie33.
And we have another Neighborly Discussions coming next week, and that's all I have to say. What else do you have to say?
That's it. So, thumbs up for Logan, thumbs down for Power Rangers. This has been Neighborly Discussions. I'm Patrick Dolan.
I'm Justin Adams.
We'll see you next week.
Bye!